Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Hey. Hey. Come here.
Hey there, all you cool cats and kittens. This is Margaret Ogden. You thought I had left Mini Dungeon? Yeah, right. Get ready for some Zoom bombs like you ain't ever seen. If you are lucky enough to be a nerd who's logging in 5 minutes before a YouTube improv show starts, you can take your loser self right down to the comments and give us a suggestion. If you say that Carole Baskin murdered her husband, you would be correct, but that would not be relevant to what we're about to do this evening. So stop watching this. It's not starting for another 5 minutes. Go tell us what you like about animals, us. Yeah, I'm on this team now, suckers. I took over your stream. Huh.
Always be a bark first.
No.
So tonight we were going to try to come up with a new idea for our next show. Did you have anything, Ben?
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking maybe something like a local guest, local celebrity like Bill Peduto. I think everybody likes him, right?
Maybe we'll just hold off on that for a minute.
Yeah.
Just until things are a little less, tense. But I actually had an idea too. I was thinking we could do a show where all of the scenes were inspired by lamps we have in our houses.
Wow, Nicole, absolutely not. That we will never do that show. But I haven't told you guys yet, but I've been writing a 2-hour, 6-part opera about earthworms. And I know we don't have a lot of time, but the harmonies are not that complex this time, okay?
Mark, I hate to cut you off, but I think it's finally time to bring my Tennessee Williams genre play to the stage. To the Zoom stage. I think that it's time for me to be in my Williams phase.
Oh, totally, because everyone relates to Tennessee Williams. Oh, I have an idea too.
Yeah.
Why don't we just watch our animals do improv?
Oh, I love that.
Why don't we just watch our animals do improv?
Yeah. That's great.
I like it.
You know what? Hey team. You know what's even better than watching animals do improv?
Nothing.
Yeah, what?
Watching a baby in an animal costume do improv, particularly a lion costume. As it turns out, I keep my son dressed in a lion costume in a closet at all times in case he needs to audition. So I'm just going to go get him, and I think he can be in the show right now.
I'm a little weird with the closet part, but please grab that baby.
This escalated very quickly.
Look, I have him right here, ready to roar.
Oh my God!
How about this? Okay, show him your jazz hands. Show him your jazz hands.
So good.
There, see?
Perfect.
Hey, show him how you applaud.
Oh, can he say yes and? Say yes and, Vincent.
There he is. So I think he'll be great in the. Maybe he has to go to bed.
Maybe he has to go to bed.
No.
I'm sorry. Come on.
No. Why does he have to go to bed?
Let go of the baby.
I'm not gonna let go of the baby. It's my baby. I don't want to. I don't want to.
Live from New York, it's
Saturday night.
Mini Dungeons Petting Zoo. Featuring Mia, Pancake, Dagny and Play-Doh, Jackson and Tilda, Fiona, Percy, Oakley, Min and Mac, with special guest, Mini Dungeons. A fundraiser benefit for Arcade at Home. And now, welcome your host for the evening, Mini Dungeons.
Everyone, and welcome to Mini Dungeons Petting Zoo.
Who's a good dungeon?
Who's a good dungeon?
I'm a good dungeon, please. Tonight we're taking you on a magical menagerie tour, a joke I simply won't let go. We're going to have lots of fun playing short form games featuring some of our pets at home. We're gonna take a little few segues into the world of live animal video. But first, we're going to take you into our show with the first game we like to call the dating game. Now, of course, we're not going to be dating our animals, but Percy and I are very concerned with the welfare of many single, as in unhoused animals all across our country. Now, Nicole if you would be so kind. You said that you were looking for a new pet to bring to your forever home.
Yes, I am very lonely.
Understandable. Now, we have 3 exciting pets to show you tonight, but you can't get to learn anything about them yet because that wouldn't be a blind date now, would it? So we're gonna have to say goodbye to Nicole now. Say goodbye, Nicole, everyone. Now, let's find out who these 3 lucky Barcachelorettes are. Now, she is a wonderful dog from Greenfield, Pennsylvania. Please welcome Miss Mia. Now, you've all been so lovely and kind as to give, well, actually, Mia, why don't you introduce yourself first?
Oh, hi. I live in Greenfield, as Mark said. I'm 14 years old. I'm a rescue, and I live with my mommy and daddy and my brother, Oakley.
That's so beautiful. But tonight, you're going to have an unusual quirk, and you've all been so kind to give us that quirk on our Google form. And Mia, your quirk is that you have half a mustache. That's your physical quirk.
Oh, okay. I've had that before.
Great. A lovely pet from the District of Columbia. Please welcome Miss Tilda.
Hey, y'all.
Hi, Tilly. Now, our lovely folks on the Google form have given you a very interesting personality quirk, and that is that you really, really like swords.
You're straight shooting right, I do. There was never a piece of sharp metal I liked more.
That's really beautiful. And our final pet in the greater Pittsburgh area, please welcome.
This is Mr. Finnegan. I'm
Hi,
trying to keep him
Finnegan.
engaged with snacks. He's a 4-year-old ginger. And I didn't think the snacks through, and actually all of my cats are contestants right now on this.
Well, it's real luck then that your quirky place that all of your pets live happens to be an IKEA showroom. Thank you for that great suggestion.
Yeah, absolutely. Wonderful.
All right, then, to review, Mia's physical quirk is?
A mustache.
How much of one?
Half.
Very good. And Tilda, what's your personality quirk?
I just really like swords. Okay, I wouldn't call it a quirk so much as I would call it an extreme hobby.
Interesting. And Jocelyn, your cat's quirky living situation is?
We all live in an IKEA showroom.
Very good. All right, then, everyone stay on, and we're going to bring back in our potential home person, Nicole. Look at all these, look at all these cute animals.
Wow, I am overwhelmed with cuteness. These are some very eligible pets, Mark.
Why don't you ask them your first question and try and get to know them a little better?
Sure. Hopefully this is a good icebreaker. What is your favorite toy to play with? We'll start with pet number 1.
Oh, hi, my name is Mia. My favorite toy is a very short razor, which I use to coif my very specific facial hair needs.
Okay, that sounds dangerous, but I trust you, Mia. Pet number 2?
Hi there. So our favorite toys, this is Finnegan speaking for all of us. Our favorite toys are generally Swedish made. They have names like Hirk and Jürgen and Boondahagen, and we find them in really large quantities, but they're packed flat. Oh,
wow.
And sometimes we get a little food aggressive.
Wait till y'all see me around food, then you'll see food aggressive. Okay, pet number 3.
Hi, this is Tilda. The most important thing to know is this is not a toy, Nicole, okay? You need to be very serious about this, okay? This is actually a weapon. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. It's a power that you've never felt before, and that might turn you on a little bit, but it's not a toy, okay? Just hold it, feel the metal in your hands or your paws or whatever you have. It's enticing, isn't it?
Wow, you're coming on real strong, Tilda. Okay, that's very exciting. Hi, Mark.
A lot of strong choices, huh? You know, Percy had a very pertinent question. I think she sent it to you via email if you want to move on to the next round.
Sure. Okay. I have another question. Let me see. I would like to know, what does your perfect day look like? We'll start with pet number 2 this time. Pets number 2.
And sorry, I was pets number 3 before and I jumped in. Our perfect day generally starts with snuggles in bed. And in our case, it's many beds because there are many beds around where we live. And then we go to one of many kitchens and have our Swedish produced Swedish meatball shaped cat food. And then we might take a stroll down to the plant section.
Wow, that sounds like quite a day. What about you, Tilda?
I absolutely adore going to any kind of historical museum where I could see a suit of armor. Then I would like to take you to a fencing competition. And finally, I would just like to go look at some nice stabby pieces of metal.
Wow, seems like there's a commonality there for sure. I'll have to think about that a bit more, Tilda, to see if that really fits in with my life. I'm more of like a homebody, but let's see what Mia has to say. Mia?
Oh, hi. Just first, even though my eyes were closed, I want you to know that it was just because I was having sweet dreams about our, hangouts together. But my perfect day would start with a nice steaming hot shower, to really open up those pores, because that's important. You don't want to get razor burn, but only on half my face. So then I also, lather up again on half my face, and then I, get out my favorite toy and use that. And then I put a nice warm towel on half of my face. And I go about my day.
Oh, wow, that sounds like a really exciting day, Mia.
But you know what's more exciting, Nicole? The inevitable elimination of one of these pets from this competition. Unfortunately, you're going to have to say goodbye to one of them. Who's it going to be?
Oh, gosh. Okay, I'm only getting rid of this choice because I only have room for one pet in my house. It's a small house, and it seems like IKEA will better suit these kitties.
I think you're probably right. They thank you, and they're gonna go rest in their Jurgen.
Oh, say ahoy, Jocelyn. Oh, all right then. You have one more chance to find the pet that you love.
Okay. Well, I have one final question. This question is really important to me. And the question is, how can you make me feel less lonely? We'll start with Tilda.
You're never lonely if you're surrounded by eons of fine metal work. Okay, you can never feel alone when the hands of blacksmithship is hanging on the wall. Bedroom condo, and if you spend all of your money on, I don't want to say hobby, I want to say it's a lifestyle, okay?
Wow, Tilda, I can tell how passionate you are. What do you have to say, Mia? Don't leave yet.
I don't have a lot of self-confidence. But let me just say, I can make you feel better about yourself by giving you lots of pets and snugs. And I could probably only make you feel about 50% better. And that would only be, in salon or spa type settings. Oh, that feels good, Mom. Oh, that feels good, Mom.
Oh.
Well, just like that, it seems our game has come to an end, which means that one of these pets just isn't coming to your forever home.
Okay. Well, I guess the pet that won't be my choice is Mia. Because I just don't really understand the choice to have half of a mustache.
Oh my God, you're so smart. You're 100% smart. I still love you. Mwah.
I love you, Mia.
Goodbye, Mia. Good luck with your sartorial choices, which means...
Oh my gosh, I get Tilda, which is really exciting because I'm still like sort of figuring Tilda out. But I really admire how much Tilda just like is obsessed with swords.
Absolutely. She is
that is it. They are my life. They're not a toy, Nicole. They're not.
All right, then. Well, unfortunately, our show has been canceled by the network. But up next, a thrilling scientific study on cat behavior. Ben?
Oh, hi there. So we're going to engage in sort of an exercise in observation and competition. As Mark said, this is called the cat-on-cat competition. So we will be observing two cats of two different varieties execute a series of food-related tasks over the course of the night. So we have a human cat over here, and we're going to do this 3 times. This is the dry, sort of healthy food edition. So we have, those would be some veggie straws, and then we also have some dry food, some beyond simply grain-free dry food for our cat Oakley. It is in this bowl here. He should be very hungry right now. So as soon as he comes and starts eating, the competition begins. Just a reminder, as he comes, makes his way over, oh, here he is. You're gonna wanna donate to Arcade Comedy Theater, the Arcade at Home fundraising campaign. If you're watching at arcadecomedytheater.com/live, smash the donate button right below the video. And it's also in the description on YouTube, so please donate. Okay, Oakley, you wanna come? Wanna come? Oh, here he is. No, it's not where it usually is. There you go. And the competition starts now. All right, so Oakley is distracted, but he's not letting the crunching of the veggie straws get in the way. He's got his eyes on the prize. Cat is going 1 straw. Human cat is going 1 straw per hand. Oakley is going with the tried and true method of the face directly in the little dipping bowl. We tried to give 1 serving per contestant as labeled on the packaging. Oakley is taking his time. He is a wet food cat, so he does have to take a break after chews. Human cat is, she's powering through. She is powering through. She's about halfway through. Let's see, here's what Oakley has left. It's about that much left. Almost done. Oh, cat, how do you feel, human cat?
Out of breath.
Out of breath. And Oakley the cat, how do you feel? Oh, he's loving this. Okay, looks like Oakley has six little bits of kibble left. He's got 2 left. Wow. He's got 1 left. Oakley the cat is the winner. So I hope you enjoyed that. We'll be returning to this exercise a few times throughout the night. Anyway, we're going to move on to our next game, leftover veggie straws. And our next game is called Tiny Planet. I'm going to leave you with Oakley for a second.
I can't believe you beat me. Oakley. It wasn't nice.
This is a big place.
Or is it a small world after all? Our nature documentary series, Tiny Planet, is searching for the next great narrator, and time has come for auditions. Our 3 prospective David Attenboroughs will take turns narrating footage they have never seen before. When their name appears on screen, they must swoop in at a moment's notice to claim their bounty. This is Tiny Planet. Suggested episode title: The Real House Cats of Wexford.
The pelican, gold-faced pelican, raises his arms in the morning, attempting to secure a mate, and they found each other. They begin the ritual, but the other flies away.
And away they go. And the other one looks after it, much like a divorcee being left alone. Oh, they're switching. Oh, who has the kids this week? I see it's me, Mark. I see.
Yes, there's so much drama all the time. All these water birds know. But surely the cats will come. Or are the cats in Cabo this week? It's unclear. Domestic quarrels aside, birds do love to eat, and people love to make small talk, and walk, and talk, and form a group, and be cool, and teams. God, I love teams.
I love teams, and these teams are the best teams. They're culturally diverse, and they look out over the Utah River Valley, where we see a honeybee. No, we do not see a honeybee. We see a honeybee attacking a fox in a foxhole. That is the Utah Badlands for you. You can't get any more raw than this.
It's not a fox, it's a gerbil, fighting viciously with the bee. The honeybee knows a lot is on the line. The gerbil senses the honeybee's smell and begins to bite. The gerbil knows it's a formidable opponent,
But it knows that it is no match for the great teamwork of the bee. Being in a team, even when you're solo, can be a great reward. This gerbil just won't frickin' quit. Oh dang, wow, wowza.
And the stinger emerges, but he misses.
And the mouse has gotten away. And now we see what it's like on the outside for the mouse. Look at all this fresh air. Look at all this plump foliage. Look at all the things I have to choose from.
Just constantly being burdened and burrowed by choice. This little guy just won't freaking quit. Oh, going through the whole
And going through the motions. I mean, do you feel that way in corporate America? I sure do. Don't you wish you could get back to nature? Like, nature. Smell those cherry blossoms. Smell the moss and the ants.
Smell that friggin' spider, man. It's just a flower, and I just, oh, it friggin' is a spider. How about
really,
that?
that's a giant, that's ant, maybe sort of spider. And if I saw that in my garden, I would not burn it down. I would build it more flowers where it will become probably the lord of the garden. This particular spider is the lord.
It's an ant spider, a new species recently discovered, much like the bee gerbil, which
is absolutely going to lose property value when it finds out its burrow is next to all these bugs. Crazy. But that's just some of the drama in Wexford this week. Am I right, ladies? I am not right, ladies. Oh gosh, it's just happening there for them. Wow. The circle of life. Goodness gracious.
I think what we see now are the students overtaking the teacher.
That we do.
In a beautiful Nature made way. Look at the way that they're wow, look at this death scene. Holy God, that's a large beetle.
As the sun sets on opportunity, our three narrators have made their mark, and now must await a callback. You can vote for the winning narrator on Mini Dungeon's Facebook page. And now, for another rendition of the Cat on Cat competition.
And we're back. So, as we said, this is round 2 of the Cat on Cat competition. This is the wet food edition. So we have 2 kinds of wet food. We've got some Americone Dream Ben & Jerry's for the human cat, 1/3 of a pint serving size. And we've got some wet food for Oakley. We've got his regular prescription healthy food, and then we've got some fancy feasts. It's a special occasion because we're raising money for Arcade Comedy Theater. So I'm gonna plop the food in the bowl, and we're gonna do just like we did before. We're gonna observe and see who wins. And she's gonna have to eat the ice cream while smelling 2 kinds of cat food. So here we go. Oakley, you know what to do. This isn't where he usually eats.
Oh, poor Oakley.
Just gotta mush it up to get all the vapors going.
That looks truly nasty.
It does, doesn't it? All right, Oakley.
Where's his cat?
It's right here. Here he goes. And the competition starts now. We're off to the races. Oakley got to move this so that people can see you. So interesting here, the human cat is using a utensil. Humans are known to use tools with their hands. That's one of the things that separates them from other species. On the other hand, the feline cat, very similar strategy to the dry food, just going in.
Hey.
Oh, he wants the ice cream.
Yeah, here.
Okay, so we've got a bit of a curveball here. He is distracted by the human food. Oh, he is eating the other half of the can. I'm gonna allow it. He is eating the other half of the can of Fancy Feast I did not give him. This would be the equivalent of the human cat going back to the freezer to open a new pint of ice cream. But here he goes. I will count whatever he eats here as his total. So he's eating what was did not include the healthy food. I would imagine the human cat is getting brain freeze right about now. Are you?
No, I just have sensitive teeth.
Okay, very sensitive teeth. Hopefully the cat might have sensitive teeth too. We're trying to figure that out.
Don't make excuses.
So I don't want him to get hurt on the can. So I'm just gonna put the rest right in this bowl. And I'm not sure either of these contestants are going to finish right now, but okay, here we go. Looks like the human cat is getting fairly close to the end here. I will be calling this in 20 seconds or so. Don't want anyone, any accidents and whatnot. How is that ice cream? How is Americone Dream?
It's great. You have to chew it.
You have to chew it.
Mm-hmm. But it's delicious. I love you, Ben & Jerry.
The cat is still going. I was wondering, are you tasting the cat food smell in the ice cream?
You're disgusting.
Okay, well, that's been about 20 seconds. I'm going to call it now. I'm going to call the human cat the winner of this cat on cat competition. That ice cream's almost gone. I'm going to let Oakley finish his food at his leisure, and we'll be back in a little bit. Indeed. So I'm just going to hand it over to Nicole for the next game, which is called Everyday Olympics.
Yes. Thank you so much, Ben. Yeah, I'm here with my perfect, beautiful little boy, Pancake, and we're here to tell you about the next game, which is called Everyday Olympics. This game celebrates the extraordinary things that our pets do every day.
We have one exceptional pet today, Tilda, who, goodbye, Pancake, who is going to show off their stuff in a variety of events. And we are really excited to see it. So I'm going to pass it over now to Bennett and Ryan to give us the inside scoop on these events.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Everyday Olympics. Today we have two fantastic animals. We have Mia with her trainer, Kat.
I've actually been told that Mia will be sitting out tonight's competition. She does have an injury, so we will be watching the task be completed only by Tilda. She's used to competing as an individual. We'll see how she does.
Tilda definitely has been able to step up in the past, and who knows what this is going to do for her career if she can step up today and make a name.
All right, so we're hearing from the judges. We're about to get underway. We're going to send it down to the field.
Signing off.
So the first task from the judges is to play a cop dog on TV. This is a classic task that we've seen in this event. What do you have to say about the difficulty of this task, playing a cop on TV, Ryan?
I'd say this is definitely one of the harder tasks we've seen, and I think the judges are sending a clear message by putting this task up first. We have Margaret attempting to get Tilda to do a command, some type of command, cease and desist.
Criminal,
some type of.
I'm going to lie to you. I don't need to read you your rights because the state is a liar. Rah, rah.
All right, the judges are going to give Tilda 3/4 of a point for that. She is on camera. So we're moving on to the next task, which is a suggestion of utter apathy. So an emotional task here. Dogs tend to be an emotional species.
Absolutely. I think we can expect great things out of these dogs in projecting utter apathy.
And right now what we're seeing, Tilda's got the ears pointed up. I'm not sure how apathetic that is, Ryan.
No, Tilda does not look very apathetic right now. In fact, she looks extremely engaged, staring at what I presume to be her trainer with some type of a treat. They're going to need a change of strategy if they want to come out of today with a win.
She sure is. And you know what? I did see a tail wag, and that's going to lose her the point right there.
That's gonna hurt in the end. The judges are definitely gonna take a point off for a tail wag.
Okay, so judges say the next task is to press skip intro on the remote while watching Netflix.
This is something that I personally struggle with. So I'm really looking for, we have a remote. We have a remote. And we have contact.
We have contact. First full point for Tilda.
1 full point. And I'm being informed that for our final task for this game, we have making pizza from scratch. Making pizza from scratch. So let's see this happen. The trainer is staring into the camera, making a perplexed face, giving the finger.
Well, that making pizza from scratch was a suggestion from the judges. It is a difficult task, especially achieving the right hydration level in the dough. Usually a nice room temperature rise is necessary. So, I'm not sure that the contestant can accomplish that in this amount of time.
Absolutely. We've seen absolutely no efforts at making pizza from scratch from Tilda today.
All right, so that is the end of the competition. The judges are calling it. Looks like Tilda's coming in with 1 3/4 of a point.
And a complete and utter no-show from Mia with 0 points. Tilda takes the day with 1 point, and she is going to be proud.
All right, so I'm going to hand it off as we sign off. We're going to send it over to Jocelyn for our next game, which is called Bad Kitty.
This has been Ryan and Ben with Everyday Olympics. Until the next competition, we'll see you then.
Thanks for that outro, guys. So I'm here with my baddest kitty. Her name's Fiona, and she's always getting into some sort of trouble or another. And now in some households, not mine, but in Ben and Nicole's, when they're doing something wrong, they get sprayed with a water bottle. I never tried that with my own cats. But when I say bad kitty, I like to throw actually this particular shoe. I say the shoe. But for Ben and Nicole, they're going to do a scene. They're going to do a scene inspired by one of the suggestions, which I should have thought to bring up. Oh no. Guys, I'm sorry. That's okay. Ben and Nicole, you're going to do a scene inspired by a place someone wishes they would travel. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that in, unless you can see it. With how about a deserted castle in Ireland is your location. And now when Ben and Nicole act like Fiona, that is, they are bad kitties, they're going to get sprayed by a spray bottle, and they're going to have to change what they say to suit me. Much like here in this life, I would be like, bad kitty, and then I would get her with the sandal. So not actually at her, just at the wall next to her. So Ben and Nicole, are you prepared for your scene at a deserted castle in Ireland?
Yeah.
And scene.
Oh, baby, this is the best honeymoon spot we could have ever thought of. Like, I remember we talked about, like, we talked about going to, like, New Zealand and seeing, like, the little hobbit, little mounds of dirt. Not as good as this.
No, babe. So let me tell you, I wasn't feeling it with those little mounds of dirt. What I was thinking is, we visit, a castle like this, which is dirt compressed and stacked on top of each other into concrete blocks.
Yeah, real high up.
Because I'm not doing any big.
Yeah, like really wide across.
Bad kitty, Nicole.
Yeah. It's impressive, the, like, masonry.
Fuck yeah. You know what? Yeah. This is what I think our marriage is going to be about. Okay?
Bad kitty, Ben.
I think that I've never had a relationship that wasn't entirely about masonry until you.
That's so funny, because literally every one of my relationships have been about that.
Bad kitty, Nicole.
That's so funny, because I've never been in a relationship before you.
Bad kitty, Nicole.
That's so funny.
Well, I wasn't trying to be funny. Masonry is like, it's really serious for me, and I need you to be on board with this, which is, why I brought you to this castle.
There was another secret reason you brought me here?
Yeah. I built this castle.
Bad kitty, Ben.
So this castle is where I intend to make my home with you.
Bad kitty, Ben.
I think we should eat this castle like a cake, like it was our wedding cake.
Wow. I mean, I believe we can do anything together. But to be honest, I'm like a little overwhelmed. I thought you loved masonry from like afar, not from like eating it.
No, see, these past 4 years with you, I've been like burying like all these feelings about masonry deep inside. And now that we're back at this castle that looks super delicious, I'm just like, it's all coming back out. I can't hold it in anymore. This is us. This is our masonry marriage.
Well, babe, I mean, we just like made vows to like be with each other like no matter what. So I am in this with you, okay?
Bad kitty, Nicole.
We just made vows, for better or for worse, but I didn't think it would get worse, like, already.
Bad kitty, Nicole.
Okay. We just made vows, like, for better or for worse. And to me, this is, like, just sort of neutral. So, yeah, let's do it.
Babe, I think it's better than neutral. I think just like a good masonry project, a good marriage is built. It's with building blocks. And
Bad kitty, Ben.
I think just like a good masonry project, a marriage is something you need to join a union for.
And scene. And now I'll be handing it over to the lovely Mark, who has some important things that they would like to share with our captive audience. To you, Mark.
Hello, and welcome again to one of my unauthorized academic salons. Tonight I am bringing you my research on Pittsburgh, the city where we live. Normally around this time of year, we are regaled and joined by the furries, which you can see up close here in their natural habitat outside of an air-conditioned convention center. Now, whenever I think about furries, I think about just what in the heck are they? They're not going anywhere. They're going to be in the public consciousness for a long time, which means inevitably we will have our first public figure furry. Now, I've composed a list of some hypothetical public figure furries, and I would like to go through them with you now. Let's start off with someone simple, who we can figure out with great ease. Tyler, the Creator, a well-known public figure, rapper, fashionista, entrepreneur, and all-around quite funny person. You might think something unusual for Tyler, like a coral reef, or a group of microorganisms that live in a colony. But no, in fact, he would be a standard poodle. You might ask why. A standard poodle, very coiffed in French, like his Comme des Garçons inspired outfits at times. But in fact, a standard poodle is kind of scary, like some of his sketches on TV. Let us move on. Timothée Chalamet, French-American heartthrob with the cheekbones that could cut me, and I hope that they do in the adaptation of Dune coming out hopefully at the end of the year. Timothée is such a heartthrob and nice young man. You wouldn't think that he'd be something totally gross, but in fact, he would be, as a furry, an Atlantic clam. Check out that tongue. It's actually his whole body. Very freaky, but still perfectly symmetrical in the face. Let us move on. Chrissy Teigen, America's most beloved food personality, wife of John Legend, and truly the coolest interview on Hot Ones, a show about eating hot wings, which leads me to speculate with some ease that her persona would be a river otter. Playful, interested in eating, here she is depicted holding an egg. Better watch out, Timothée. Let us move on to the most beloved American to have ever lived, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who is fighting for justice right now in our House of Representatives. You might think that she would be a patriotic animal, but she is still a bird like our American eagle. She is in fact a male cardinal wintering in northwestern Pennsylvania. How crazy. Male cardinal, you ask? Don't ask questions about that. This is my research. Let us move on. This is model Teddy Quinn-Lavin, who's made grounds by being such a fascinating public figure, beautiful fashionista, and just an incredible presence overall. You may think that her mystery would only be served by a very interesting animal, and you are correct. She is, in fact, a sea anemone, carefully providing housing and shelter for these clownfish. Oh, call TMZ, because I've spotted another public figure furry right now. Comedian and actress Nora Lum, aka Aquafina. She loves the water, and she do make them wet. I regret saying that. We have to move on. Our last public figure furry is an all-around class act and multi-hyphenate Sashir Zameda, who some of you may know best as a cast member formerly on Saturday Night Live. You may think, well, Sashir could be anything and can't do anything and deserves to be in every single Hollywood movie right now. And I agree with you, which is why I think that she is an axolotl, the perfect organism for studying the genetic makeup of vertebrates all around, living only in small and curious ponds outside of Mexico City. As you can see, I have no more research to present, but you can fund my work by contributing to the Arcade Comedy Theater's Arcade at Home fundraiser, which you can do if you're watching on the website down at the link below. Research. Now, I'm sure thirsty, and we'll hit the bar after this, which is a perfect, like, to get to-go drinks. I'm not crazy. Like, to go next to our next game, Margaret.
Thank you, Mark, for that introduction. Tilda here has been coping with the quarantine by telling old school stand-up jokes in the style of comics you hate and feel very dated now. So here's an example. 86 dogs walk into a bar and they order 86 beers. And the bartender says, "We don't serve dogs here." And so the dogs say, "Let's bow out." Tilda, you've gotten very good at this. So with that in mind, the rest of Mini Dungeon will be telling you jokes in that similar way. And our first suggestion from the audience spreadsheet is raccoons.
86 raccoons walk into a bar and order 86 beers. The bartender says, "We don't serve raccoons here." The raccoons say, "Good, because it's like highway robbery, because we're like little thieves."
86 raccoons walk into a bar and order 86 beers. The bartender says, "We don't serve raccoons here." The raccoons say, "I guess we can't mask our alcoholism."
86 raccoons walk into a bar and order 86 beers. The bartender says, "We don't serve raccoons here." The raccoons say, "That's nuts."
86 raccoons walk into a bar and order 86 beers, and the bartender says, "We don't serve raccoons here." And the raccoons say, "Well, I don't understand why. This place is trash," is what they said.
86 raccoons walk into a bar and order 86 beers. The bartender says, "We don't serve raccoons here." The raccoons say, "Oh, maybe I'll just find a beer in the trash, Panda."
All right, then. That was such a fun suggestion. Let us find another one.
I like horses, Mark.
I would like horses too. The next animal is horses.
86 horses gallop into a bar, and the bartender says, "We don't serve horses here." And the horses say, "We hadn't heard."
86 horses walk into a bar and order 86 beers. The bartender says, "We don't serve horses here." "Nay, we don't serve horses here."
86 horses walk into a bar and order 86 beers. The bartender says, "We don't serve horses here." And the horses say, "Why? Is it because of my long face?"
86 horses walk into a bar. The bartender says, "We don't serve horses here." And the horses say, "Oh, are you serious? Are you just horsing around? Get it? Do you get the joke? Do you get the joke? Do you get the joke?"
86 horses walk into a bar and order 86 beers. The bartender says, "We don't serve horses here." And then the horses say, "Good, because we don't like this place. It's too derby."
86 horses walk into a bar and they order 86 beers. The bartender says, "We don't serve horses here." The horses say, "Hey."
Oh, I could eat about a pound of hay after that segment, huh, Nicole?
Yeah, pancake too.
But we need to get another suggestion of a lovely animal. It seems that the next one on our Google form happens to be giraffe.
Great, giraffes.
86 giraffes walk into a bar. Bartender says, "We don't serve giraffes here," but it's really just because you're too tall and you would wreck the place. Sorry.
86 giraffes walk into a bar and order 86 beers. The bartender says, "We don't serve giraffes here." The giraffes say, "Are you high?"
86 giraffes walk into a bar and order 86 beers. The bartender says, "We don't serve giraffes here." And the giraffes are like, "Hey, after I stuck my neck out for you."
86 giraffes walk into a bar and order 86 beers. The bartender says, "We don't serve giraffes here." And then the giraffes say, "Are you sure you can't spot us one?"
86 giraffes walk into a bar.
So our next
86 giraffes walk into a bar and order 86 beers. The bartender says, "We don't serve giraffes here." And the giraffes say, "I've always looked down on this place."
Thank you, Ryan. That
You're
was
welcome.
definitely worth sending that one. Okay, our next and final suggestion for this game is eels.
86 eels walk into a bar and order 86 beers, and the bartender says, "We don't serve eels here." And it's just, they say, "Why? Because we're so slimy, not unlike you, human."
86 eels walk into a bar and order 86 beers. And the bartender says, "We don't serve eels here." And the eels say, "Okay, well, we'll just electric slide on out of here."
And that's the game. All right.
Yay.
So we are on to the last edition of the Cat on Cat competition. We're just going to finish off with some sort of dessert-like treats. So for the human cat, we've got some trail mix from Trader Joe's. And for the feline cat, we will also have a mix. We've got party mix with some, they're actually dried cranberries in the human trail mix, and there are cranberries and turkey in the cat treats. So, but before we get started, just another reminder, please donate to Arcade. They're putting on shows throughout this whole situation. They could really use your support. Again, if you are on the Arcade Comedy Theater website, hit the button down below the video. If you're on YouTube, look in the comment or look in the video description. And you could also just go to bit.ly/arcade dungeon and donate there. Lots of options. Speaking of options, our contestants here don't have options. So we are filling the little bowl with some cat treats, and once he comes and figures out what's going on, competition will begin. A little mix, a little stir. All right, Oakley, you ready? I know, long night of performing. Long night of performing. And we are off to the races. Okay, interesting here, human cat, a strategy we haven't seen before. She is using both hands, multiple objects in both hands. We've got some cashews, cranberries, and almonds in each hand. The feline cat is, he did lose a little treat and had to go retrieve it. He has come back. He seems to have better control over the situation right now. He's kind of staring at the treats. He's having trouble getting his face in there. Poor little guy. As far as the human cat, she continues to move forward, plow forward here. Looks like it's going to be neck and neck. Oh, it looks like Oakley is done. Oakley the cat is done with his treats. That means that Oakley the cat wins 2-1 in the cat versus cat competition. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you found it informative for the purposes of science anyway. I'm going to hand it back over to Ryan, who's going to introduce our long form set.
Well, we want to thank everybody for joining us today. We're going to end with a long form improv, which is like a small play. And we're going to base it on a suggestion that we got on our Google form before the show. So I like Target. So I'm picking Target off the Google form, and we're going to do a long form improv set off of the suggestion Target. Take it away, Mini Dungeon.
You just have to decide on a throw pillow, Tabitha. You just have to decide. It's the mark of adulthood that we have decor. And that one? Ew, Tabitha, how are we going to be successful young professionals in the city if you can't
can't even. I'm sorry, this is really hard for me.
Yeah, this whole trip has been really hard for you. Like, we've been here for 4 hours, and you've broken down in at least, I would say, 9 aisles.
But just look at this pet toy, Tabitha. It shows us all of the future that we could have together in our first apartment as young individuals on our own. It's beautiful, and I don't know why you can't respect this moment.
Oh, hey. Oh, Tabitha.
Yeah.
No,
Patty.
you got it.
Sorry, that was my hubby. You remember me from high school, Debs? Yeah, I'm really excited. We all live here in the big city now.
Were we in class together? Were you in marching band?
No, I wasn't in band. I sat next to you guys in like homeroom. Like, well, anyway, it's good to see you. You guys look really cool. Like, really cool. And I saw that you were looking at pillows, and I just, I really like this one.
What do you think?
It speaks to me of your friendship that I watched all through high school.
I really don't remember you.
What about you?
She's thinking about it.
Can come up, like, offer you. I need to go cry over by the Tide Pods. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna excuse myself.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, listen, I don't remember you, but like, I need some serious help. Because I think I'm in Target, like, hell. To be honest.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
You're dead right now. This is hell. Don't you remember? You don't know how you got here?
Hey, Tabitha, what's up? It's been so long since I've seen you. Remember how we used to date?
Oh. No, this is
You
hell.
remember, right? You remember, like, we dated for like 2 years. We'd like make out in my 2005 Toyota Camry. And we'd like park it at the McDonald's. Anyway, I heard you were looking for couldn't help but overhear your conversation. Now you know you're looking for a throw. I'm going to recommend this nice sandstone throw.
I'm gonna go join her in the Tide Pods.
It's okay. When you get to the Tide Pods, you're just going to feel like you've always been at the Tide Pods.
Right.
So it won't matter anymore.
You know, I thought hell would be way worse than this, but I'm actually having a pretty good time down here.
I don't know. I mean, it's been pretty bad to me. I mean, you totally like follow me around and then do the same thing I do. And that's pretty annoying behavior, to tell you the truth. It's a Target hell. You know, there's like so many different departments and you have to come into the throw pillow one with me.
I know.
Agat, Amemnon, you have not been doing enough torturing today. I have TPPs flying out my ass.
Yeah,
I thought with the throw, you were practically genteel with the throw people. The throw, you were supposed to throw them across the aisle and absolutely unconstitute them so that they can reconstitute themselves.
I'm sorry, boss. I just ran into this girl I used to date, and it brought back a lot of memories of making out in my 2005 Camry. And
boss, it wasn't the girl he used to date. It's our new arrival to Target.
I
don't all the worst things from her past.
Amemnon, I am literally the devil and your manager.
I know.
Do you not
I know.
think that I know the schemes that I've come up with for you? Listen, both of you need to walk those aisles for the next 1,000 years before I take my 15-minute smoke break, okay?
Okay.
You got it. I'm gonna get
Okay.
on it, boss.
I will see you later. Also,
all right.
Memnon, I am your husband. Don't forget it. We are work
Okay.
partners.
I know.
That new arrival you were talking about is actually me. And I used to work at IKEA. So this is a cakewalk.
So I guess you think you know all the retail tricks. And you're not the only new arrival we get in Target hell. We get several a day. A lot of people are dying.
Wow, how awfully morbid and amazing for you and this Target, isn't it? Okay, I mean, listen, Tide Pods aren't gonna fix what's broken in this Target, okay? I worked at IKEA. People fought all the time. People cried all the time. You want new arrivals daily? I saw breakups daily. Ugh.
IKEA girl. I just don't think this is the right one.
I'm gonna let you take this.
I got this, don't worry. Okay.
It's so ugly, and it makes me question who I am, and it maybe should make you question who you are and all your life choices and everything you've done up until this point.
I'm gonna ask you something, okay? And I just need you to consider it for a second.
Yeah.
Is it the pillow that is bringing out all of these questions? Or are these questions that already existed within you and the pillow is just a vehicle for bringing those out?
I mean, I'm just a hell demon sent here to torture you as a new arrival. My only feelings are pure hatred and rage. I don't know how to analyze them except to say that this pillow.
Yeah, you work out that aggression. You work it out on that pillow because we already decided it was ugly and you're not getting it. Yeah.
You don't seem tortured at all by this, and this is my best work.
No, I have no soul. A soulless person cannot be tortured.
Tabitha, I'm not torturing anybody else.
What? Okay. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of torture on torture on torture here.
Yes, as hell. You're dead.
The point is, I spent some time thinking about the Tide Pods. I deserve this.
Yeah. We all deserve it.
I was kind of like a neglectful friend.
In high school?
Yeah. A neglectful girlfriend. Neglectful
oh god, not the pillow again.
citizen.
No, loosen the grip on the pillow.
I never voted.
That's the greatest.
I've honestly just feel like I'm good here now. I mean, I'm good here. I'm ready to leave and go to heaven.
Ma'am, I'm so sorry. I think your name is Tabitha. Oh,
hello, devil. We meet again. It's me, God.
What are you
doing? Yeah. God and devil are fighting for Tabitha.
What do we do? What do we do?
You have held these people in your target for entirely too long, and I am here to break them out to TJ Maxx.
Tabitha wants God and devil to fight.
You think you can just come in here without a single regard for the work that I've been putting in? I re-merchandised the knives recently, and I want people to clamor over them with great response. You won't take them from me.
Oh, yes, I will. I have taken them from you already.
What?
Your knives, I have converted into claws on my hands.
No.
You can't write this. This is great.
That is a warning.
You know what? I'm going to get my manager, which will not be me in a tiny costume. You watch out, God.
Wait, Satan's not the manager? Who the hell's running this Target? I thought Satan was running this Target.
Satan actually just promoted me to manager of this Target. What's up, Tab?
Oh God.
So who is fighting God for my soul? You?
Yeah. You know, I wouldn't worry about it. I just wanted to
I am worried. I am worried about it, actually.
Same days.
Well, I just wanted to take this opportunity to, now that we're back in Target hell, to let you know that I heard what you said about being a bad girlfriend to me.
Oh my God.
And
oh my God.
I just want you to know I don't think you were a bad girlfriend at all. I think you were very attentive while we were, before we died and went to hell. And I thought we had a great relationship.
Oh my God.
And we had a lot of really good times. Like, we would go to the church festival.
I have to go.
And we would ride the Ferris wheel, and we would eat cherries.
Hi.
Oh.
It's me, the manager.
Hey, how's it going? Just so you know, my numbers have come up.
Slap.
Oh.
Your number hasn't come up. I'm in a disguise to trick God.
Oh, that's crazy. Well, I've been working really hard, and I just think everyone should know that.
Do you think that counts here? I put out those reports to torture you.
Oh my God. No, that's not what I meant.
Hello.
Oh.
I am searching for your manager. Where has he gone?
She is right here. How may I be of service to you?
So many managers in this Target.
Isn't
I'm looking
it
for the
funny?
devil manager. Where is he?
Well, you're going to just have to look over there, which you're clearly already doing.
I think this is my cue to leave. I gotta go watch the reruns of Michael Jackson videos on the Sony TVs.
Look, it's me, the devil. I'm in disguise from you. Like like all those times you were in disguise in the Old Testament. I just need more time on this project, okay?
That disguise is really good. I didn't think you had it in you, to be honest. I knew you could manage a Target, but I have business to tend to.
He doesn't even have time for me.
Hey, boss.
Yeah, what?
Okay, so the new recruits or attendees or participants or, cursed, they don't seem to be reacting in the same way they used to with like the roommate situation. It used to be all I did was sob, in the textiles aisle. And that was enough to send a woman into convulsions for the rest of eternity. But these new girls, Beelzebub, I don't know what to do with them.
Look.
Oh, I'm sorry, boss. I'm going to let you talk, but I just want you to know that I heard everything you just said. Continue.
Well, you can absolutely, if you have any suggestions as to how we can improve things, I'm all ears. There are ears all over my body. So if you, honestly, like, why don't you try something new? If you've been doing it for the last millennia, maybe work something up. I hear that violence is very scary still,
Did you say violence or violets?
Or violins. Did we add a musical aisle? I'm going to go check by the CDs.
I'm so happy that people are taking to the musical aisle.
That's true. The French horn section is very good.
I'm sorry about my behavior earlier.
I just can't. Me too. We're all sorry. The fact is, this target hell is just not doing what it's supposed to do to Tabitha. She's actually seeming like she's having a good time.
I think that's God's will.
And she's just ripping through fruit snacks, and I don't know why, but they're not even filled with blood. They're like actual fruit snacks. They're not supposed to be here.
No.
You know, so maybe you did.
Hey,
what?
manager. It seems that God's not doing the shit I need God to do, so I'm coming here to fight for my own soul.
What? Yes, I'm here to help you. Fight me now.
Okay. Just warning you, I've spent a lot of time in the pillows aisle.
And what good would those pillows do? Oh. Ow! Ooh! Smack!
Have I done it? Have I won my soul back? Violin torturer, tell me.
Providing the soundtrack for the fight scene. Did you know we have a musical aisle?
I did not, but you will not suck me back in just with a little bit of curiosity about more Target aisles. I thought I knew them all, though.
Oh, we never had music at IKEA, just meatballs and ice cream and...
Wait, what is in the music aisle?
Oh,
maybe I'll check it out.
Well, there's triangles, there's tambourines, there's trombones and trumpets.
Does everything start with a D? Oh, that's too interesting. Target! You got me again. I'll be back.
Are you there, God? It's me, Debs.
Oh, God's in the same aisle as me.
Oh, well, that's very convenient.
God.
What a beautiful edifice. I wanted to tell you that I heard you were here checking in, and I know we're all supposed to be ultimately part of the same team, but I don't think Hell Target is going the way that anybody wants it to, and I was wondering if I could finally, get out.
Everybody keeps asking so much of me. I am only one God. But
aren't you like the God?
I am a God. There are multiple gods. I'm the God of this target. But
God. Which one is God?
Oh man, it's like a Star Trek episode. I don't know which one to pick.
At the end of the day, no one knew who God was. No one knew who was torturing who. Was God torturing the demons? Were the demons torturing God? Or, as I've always suspected, some of both.
It turned out that heaven was due for a complete corporate restructuring, and hell, as a subsidiary, would soon pay the ultimate price by being reincorporated as a sub-brand. Did the devil get his smoke break? Did the devil put on this wig? We'll never know.
And it also turns out that no matter how hard you try, you can't relive your high school years, even in hell.
And that's our show.
Thank you all so much for coming out. Thank you all if you've donated already, but if you haven't and if you can, please donate to the Arcade at Home Donation Fund. Thank you so much to Margaret for visiting us from hopefully the 51st state.
God willing, with a Democratic Congress, y'all. Keep your fingers crossed.
All right, thank you, everybody. Don't forget to donate. The dungeon loves you.
The dungeon loves you.
Love your animals. Support animal shelters.